Out here, in the untamed corners of the world, there's a law that predates any human one. It's the law of survival, enforced by nature's most elite operatives, the apex predators. These aren't just animals. They are the living embodiment of raw, untethered power. When you're in their territory, you're on their terms. I've seen firsthand what happens when you underestimate the wild. It's a relentless, unforgiving force, and at the top of that food chain are creatures that have spent millennia perfecting the art of the hunt. They are the kings and queens of their domains, and their rule is absolute. For those who come to these places with greed in their hearts, the poachers, the smugglers, the illegal hunters, there's a brutal reality waiting for them. These predators don't distinguish between a natural threat and a human one. To them, an intruder is an intruder, and they show absolutely zero mercy. They don't negotiate. They don't warn. They react with a primal, bone-shattering violence that is difficult to comprehend. These enforcers of the wild deliver a swift and often final form of justice to those who dare to exploit their homes and threaten their existence. From the crushing depths of the ocean to the soaring heights of the sky, each of these predators is a force to be reckoned with. They are masters of their environment, equipped with an arsenal of natural weapons that defy belief. We're going to journey into their worlds and witness the terrifying power they unleash when provoked. Today, we're not just looking at predators, we're looking at nature's guardians, the ultimate enforcers who protect their realms with lethal finality. This is what happens when the hunted becomes the hunter. Deep beneath the waves, in the crushing, silent dark of the abyss, lives a creature of mythic proportions, the sperm whale. This isn't just the largest toothed predator on Earth. It's an intelligent, social giant with a power that can humble the proudest of human creations. For centuries, whalers told tales of a great white whale, a demon of the deep. That legend was born from the very real and very violent encounters with these titans. When their pods are threatened, their response is not to flee, but to fight. And they fight with the force of a locomotive. Imagine you're on an illegal whaling boat, the deck slick with blood, the stench of death in the air. You're hunting what you think is just another animal. But then, the ocean itself seems to turn against you. A colossal shadow, 80 tons of muscle and bone, rises from the depths. The sperm whale isn't just a target, it's a sentient being defending its family. They've been known to coordinate their attacks, using their immense heads, which make up a third of their body length, as battering rams. This isn't a gentle nudge, it's a bone-shattering, hull-splintering impact designed to cripple and sink the vessels that bring death to their waters. There are documented accounts of these leviathans turning on their aggressors, ramming whaling ships with such catastrophic force that they splintered the wooden hulls and sent the poachers into the unforgiving sea. They can dive to incredible depths and then surface with explosive power, breaching right next to a boat or smashing it from below. It's a terrifying display of nature's defensive fury. For the whalers who face this, it's a sudden and brutal realization that they are not the hunters here. They are trespassers in the court of a king, and the king has just passed his sentence. Now we move from the deep ocean to the murky, brackish waters of rivers and coastlines, the domain of the bull shark. This predator is a true terror, a ghost in the water. What makes it so uniquely dangerous is its incredible tolerance for fresh water. It can swim hundreds, even thousands, of miles upriver, bringing the lethality of the open ocean deep into the heart of the land. This is the animal responsible for the majority of nearshore shark attacks, and it hunts with an aggression that is truly shocking. It's a compact, powerful brute, built for explosive, close-quarters combat. For fish smugglers and illegal netters operating in these estuaries and river systems, the bull shark is a constant, invisible threat. They work in low visibility, wading through the very waters where this phantom hunts. The attacks are rarely provoked in the traditional sense. A bull shark doesn't need a reason. It is notoriously territorial and unpredictable. A flash of movement, the scent of fish blood from an illegal catch. That's all it takes to trigger an investigation that often ends in a devastating strike. They don't nibble. they bite with the intention to incapacitate. The bite of a bull shark is one of the most powerful, pound for pound, in the animal kingdom. Their jaws are lined with serrated triangular teeth designed to shear through flesh, tendon, and bone. An attack is a blur of violence. One moment, a poacher is pulling a net. The next, a limb is gone. The shark strikes from below, a gray torpedo of muscle, and in a single, violent shake of its head, it can tear an entire arm or leg clean off. The victim is left bleeding out in the murky water, a stark and brutal lesson from one of nature's most efficient and merciless enforcers. Let's venture into the swamps and mangroves of the Americas, a primordial world that time seems to have forgotten. Here lurks a prehistoric reptile, a patient and powerful hunter, the American crocodile. Larger and often more aggressive than its alligator cousin, this creature is a master of the ambush. It can lie perfectly still for hours, looking like a half-submerged log, its cold reptilian eyes being the only sign of the explosive power coiled beneath the surface. For anyone foolish enough to illegally fish or poach in these waters, they are stepping into a death trap that has been set for millions of years. The American crocodile is fiercely territorial. When an illegal fisher wades into the water or casts a net from a small, unstable boat, they are invading its hunting ground. The crocodile doesn't see a human, it sees a threat, or perhaps an opportunity. The attack is a thing of terrifying speed. With a powerful thrust of its tail, the crocodile launches itself from the water, its jaws gaping wide. It clamps down with a force of nearly 4,000 pounds per square inch, a pressure that can shatter bone as if it were glass. There is no escape from this grip. Once it has its prey, the horror truly begins. The crocodile will drag the person into the water, initiating the infamous death roll. It spins its powerful body with incredible torque, a maneuver designed to disorient, drown, and dismember its victim. Limbs are torn from their sockets with sickening ease. This isn't just about killing, it's about breaking the prey down into manageable pieces. In the murky depths of the swamp, the crocodile will proceed to swallow body parts whole, a gruesome end for anyone who thought they could plunder the resources of this ancient predator's realm without consequence. Traveling across the globe to the freshwater marshes and rivers of the Indian subcontinent, we find another reptilian enforcer with an equally terrifying reputation, the mugger crocodile. The name mugger comes from the Hindi word magar, meaning water monster, and it is a name well earned. While sometimes considered less aggressive than its saltwater cousin, the mugger is a formidable and opportunistic predator. It possesses the same ancient tool, kit, incredible patience, explosive ambush speed, and a jaw built for absolute destruction. It is the undisputed ruler of its aquatic domain. Much like its American relative, the mugger crocodile is a guardian of its territory, and it does not tolerate intruders. Illegal fishers and poachers who venture into the wetlands of India, Sri Lanka, and Pakistan are placing themselves on this creature's menu. The mugger is a clever hunter, sometimes even digging burrows to wait out the dry season, or to ambush prey that comes too close. It sees the ripples of a cast net, or the splashing of someone waiting as a dinner bell, an invitation to strike with lethal precision from its hidden position. The attack unfolds with the same horrifying script: a sudden violent eruption from the water, the crushing clamp of its jaws, and the immediate drag into the depths. The mugger also employs the death roll, using its powerful body to tear its victim apart. The sheer force rips limbs from the torso, and the crocodile consumes its prey in gruesome, bloody chunks. Reports from villages near these waterways often tell grim stories of poachers who went to the river's edge and simply never returned, their fate sealed by the resident water monster, who was simply defending its home with brutal, uncompromising force. We now look to the skies, to the mountains, and open country of the Northern Hemisphere, home to a feathered tyrant, the golden eagle. This is not just a bird, it's a 4-foot-wide aerial predator with a grip that can crush bone. The golden eagle is the very symbol of wild, untamed power. Its eyesight is legendary, able to spot prey from miles away, and when it dives, it can reach speeds of over 150 miles per hour. This bird is fiercely territorial, and it views any intruder in its domain, be it wolf, bear, or human, with extreme prejudice. Hunters with dogs or even guns who trespass into a golden eagle's nesting territory are making a grave mistake. The eagle does not fear them. It sees them as a direct threat to its young and will attack with breathtaking ferocity. There are credible accounts, both modern and historical, of these eagles dive-bombing hunters, targeting the head and shoulders. Their talons, each one a razor-sharp hook, are not designed for gripping, but for puncturing and killing. A strike from a golden eagle is like being hit by a feathered sledgehammer tipped with daggers. The power in their talons is immense, capable of exerting hundreds of pounds of pressure per square inch. They can, and have, broken human bones and ripped flesh right down to the bone. Imagine being on a remote mountain trail, and suddenly, a silent shadow becomes a screaming, talon-first missile. It's a disorienting and terrifying assault from an angle you never expected. The eagle's attack is a clear, violent message. This is my sky, my territory. Those who ignore the warning often carry the scars for the rest of their lives, a permanent reminder of the day they challenged one of nature's most formidable aerial enforcers. So there you have it. From the crushing deep to the boundless sky, the wild has its own enforcers. These apex predators are not evil, they are not malicious. They are the ultimate protectors of their realms, the living immune system of the planet. They operate on instinct, a primal code that has been perfected over millions of years of evolution. Their aggression, their violence, is a direct response to the threats they face. They are the guardians at the gate, and their methods are brutal, efficient, and final. They remind us that for all our technology and arrogance, we are still just visitors in their world. Let this be a stark warning to anyone who would seek to harm our planet's wildlife for profit or sport. When you step into these territories with a rifle, a net, or a harpoon, you are not just breaking human laws, you are violating a much older, much more unforgiving law. The law of the wild. You may think you are the hunter, but in these ancient domains, you can very quickly become the hunted. The guardians are always watching, and they do not show mercy to those who threaten their existence. The wrath of these merciless guardians is a force of nature in its purest form. It's a reminder that we must respect the balance and coexist with these magnificent creatures, not exploit them. The stories of their encounters with poachers serve as a grim testament to what happens when that respect is forgotten. The wild protects its own, and its justice is swift, brutal, and absolute. Never, ever underestimate the power of nature's enforcers. Your life could depend on it.